here with the crew of the Dark Knights. Jason Vlog, goalie extraordinaire, and Allison Cheatham, the captain here. We're here early. We have time to kill. So I might as well get the Dark Knights on camera and see what they're thinking about tonight's game coming up in about a half hour.
Well, we're trying to be optimistic, but we're also trying to be realistic. We know the Barbarians are a really good team. They have some great shooters out there, great defensemen. So we're going to go play our game, do our best, and hope that we get a win. That's all we can do. Shots on net, yeah.
Jason, you were lights out last week in the two big upsets. You knocked up the number 3 seed, the Blade Runners, 1-0. Same score of the previous game, previous week, same team matchup. And then, of course, the unbelievable finale last weekend in the semifinals. What an unbelievable ending, unusual ending that you guys came up on top in overtime. Again, 2 great games. Obviously, you have to be stellar to win this game tonight. What's the game plan that the Dark Knights have?
I would say the biggest thing we have to do is play mistake-free. If we can play a solid game with no mistakes, no turnovers, no easy giveaways, then we have a chance to pull it off.
Okay, as we mentioned, Vegas was talking to you guys last week about a tall task you have upcoming here to beat the Barbarians because they have offense, and it does match up negatively against your weakness, which is you don't have much offense yourself.
Right.
The strength would be defense versus offense. That should be a great match to watch out there. But how are you going to score goals on the Barbarians, knowing they're so offensive-minded? They're going to be probably spending a lot of time on your zone. You've got to find a way to counterattack and get some goals somehow, some way. How do you get goals against the Barbarians?
I would say a lot of our goals this season have come off of quick turnovers. Okay. If they make a mistake and we can capitalize, I think we have to score on every chance we get because they're not going to give us many. And that's really going to be our chance to win.
All right, go back to Allison here. Allison, what's the defensive strategy against the Barbarians? I believe you guys put them tough. You always put them tough. Kept the score low. What's the defensive strategy to slow down Mac, Jason, Maxine, Todd, and Greg and the crew over at the Barbarians?
Just stay on them all the time. Don't let them get away. And if they get a breakaway, chase and run like crazy. And make sure that we have our good defensive men on them to stop the shot going in the net.
All right, terrific. Now, if I recall correctly, privately, we're on a Facebook group message page. The captains are Jason on that list, but Allison is. And I did send some private lines out there. I had the Dark Knights as the longest shot to win the cup at 12-1. Now, you guys have gotten to the finals. If you win it, it'll be the huge upset at 12-1. Now, obviously, you don't get a penny if you lose tonight. You got to win it all. So, any money on that? Did you guys put in cash on the Dark Knights beating the Barbarians?
That would have been a good thing to do last week.
I've seen what's happened to Pete Rose in baseball, and I don't feel like gambling on your own games is a worthwhile thing.
There you go. Well,
then we'd all put money on the Barbarians.
There you go. Well, congratulations on being here in the finals. And only 2 teams are on that cup. One is the Dark Knights, in the first season #1, and the other is obviously the Barbarians. So one of the 2 will obviously repeat again tonight. Good luck out there, have fun, and we'll see you in about a half hour.
Yay, Dark Knights! We're gonna win, we're gonna win!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a special presentation of the MDHL championship game between the Barbarians in red and the Dark Knights in black. The drop now, and it's controlled by Greg, and turnover in front of the net. Jason's able to make a stop, and it's right off the bat. You get an early shot, and referee Suds will drop the face-off on his stick side. So the referee for tonight's game is Suds. He'll be solo tonight. Barbarians looking to get the draw. Jason Maxton will be waiting for a shot. One back to Marty. Marty takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Controlled by Jason. He'll bring it behind the net. Jason now looking for an outlet. Takes it back. Up to Tway. Right past to Jeremy. Buried up and dumped in. It's actually a shot on net. Jason Stelter's there to make the save. Controlled by Jason Maxton. He'll clear out. And Barb will send it deep. Offside's the call. And the face-off will come just below us. And the best seat in the house. So shots are 1-1 early here in the game, just 1 minute in. One back to the Barbarians. Right across, Jess is there. Controlled now in the zone. Great story here by the Dark Knights, as they were just 1-7 in the regular season and won both their playoff games. Shot on net there. to end up here in the championship game to play the Barbarians, who were 6-2 in the regular season, as the Dark Knights came back late in the Stingrays game to upset the Stingrays and win that game 5-4 last week. So they're definitely happy here, and they'd love to give the Barbarians their first championship game loss. Right now, control of the zone by Jeremy. Jeremy will run it up. Over to Joe. Cannot handle the pass. Goes down deep into the zone. No icing. An incomplete pass. And Jason Maxstein will take his time. Jason Maxstein finds Marty. Marty up the side. Jeremy's there. Jeremy will take it. He's one-on-one with Greg. Greg whacks at it. Marty now. Centering pass. It's intercepted there by Jason Maxstein. Over to Jess. Jess can't handle it. Into the zone. Jess and Barb. Maxstein. Over. The shot goes wide of the net. Hits the side of it. And it'll be cleared by the Barbarians. In front. Still in the zone of Dark Knights. Trying to string something together here. Up the side. It's Blake. Blake's all alone if he can get there. It's just wide of the net. He'll carry in. Wide shot. Off the side of Jason. Blake now backhand shot, swallowed up, loose, and it's a goal scored by Blake to put the Barbarians up 1-0 early here in the first period of the championship game. We'll get the call in just a second here. You know Blake scored the goal. It's Blake unassisted, called by Suds, and it's 1-0 here in favor of the Barbarians, who are wearing red. So the backhander is able to be put home here by Blake. And the Dark Knights find themselves trailing early on. Now to Todd. Todd plays it past. Todd now backhand, clearing in front of the net. It's turned over to Carlos. Carlos now. Carlos will dig up front. Turned over to Brian Keith, who's there. Rich now controls. Pass to Allie Cheatham. Ariana. Ariana up the side. The Meg Fontanel battle. Ariana now. Carlos. Controlled by Heath. Heath will look to dump in. Carlos now controlling it, but nowhere to go. As Todd brings it up. Todd, long pass to Brian Slasky. Slasky takes a shot. Another goal! It's in the net. Brian Slasky from Todd Elling. And it's 2-0 here in favor of the Barbarians. We'll get the official call in just a second here from Suds.
Brian from Todd and emergency sub female. Brian from Todd and
Brian from Todd and emergency sub is the call. So 2-0 here early on, just under 5 minutes into the game. And boy, do we have a good one here. Barbarians up 2-0 early, looking to take home what I believe will be their 5th championship in a row. Unless the Dark Knights can string something together here, so far they're going to need a little change of momentum. Cleared up, Carlos keeps it in the zone. Kicks it to himself. Carlos looking to center. Turned over to Todd, who scored the last goal. Put it up 2-0. Over to Brian Keith. Will run out of his defensive play. Takes a shot. It's saved in front blocker side by Jason. Over the corner behind the curtain. Clear pass in front. He's got his eye on an awesome glove save there by Jason Boyd. What a save there. Sprawling gets the glove on it, and he keeps it from being a 3-0 game early on. So Todd Elling had a wide open chance to make the game 3-0 here, but Jason with the rejection, and he'll keep it 2-0. What an exciting game so far, ladies and gentlemen. Face off. One back by the Dark Knights. Jason Laliberti to Jeremy. Soft pass up the side. Whack that by Jason Maxstein. He can't get it out. And Jess will send it across. Barb now. Barb looks for the centering pass. Dumped in by Joe. Shot goes wide of the net from Tway. Where Jess is. Jess will get it back. And it's quickly turned over to the Barbarians. Our goalies in net tonight are Jason Stelter for the Barbarians and Jason Boyd for the Dark Knights. Barb can't handle it. It goes up to neutral ice. Where Greg is, they're offsides. Tags up. And taken out by Jason. Jason will go all the way up. Let's see what he can do. Gets the shot off, but it's deflected in front. And he'll run it down himself. It's all Jason Laliberti right now. Behind the net, looking for somewhere to go. Tway's in front of the net, looking in the slot. He digs, find Heath, but Barb's there with a great defensive play. Makes it there. We'll see if she can run him down. And taken in his own corner, it's Heath over to Jeremy. Pass up to Tway. Now turnovers are going to be deadly today, so that's going to be the key here for the Dark Knights if they want to win. They're going to have to keep the ball out of the hands, just like that, of the Barbarians. You know, every single player on their team is dangerous. Tway makes a nice move around Marty. Into the corner where he'll control it. Over to Jess. Just looks for a shot, takes the backhanded pass in front. Heath gets the deflection, but it's just swallowed up by Jason Stelter in net. And that'll keep the game 2-0. So already we've seen some good goals and some good saves. Face-off will come stick side. So the Barbarians picking up their first 2 losses of the season. Very detrimental loss, losing Corey Denson this year. But still, nonetheless, we're able to keep the first seed, have a good team, and you might argue it's a little more fair now. Our offsides, Todd Elling, let's tag up. They cross Brian Keefe, stick handling. Brian Keefe, one of the stronger stick handlers and better defensemen in the league, as he still has it on his stick. Looking across, Jeremy battles in front. Over to Todd. Todd finds the point. Brian Slasky looking for a shot. Sends it in deep. For Keefe's there. Keefe centering pass. Blocked aside by Jason. Behind the net now is Rich. Joe will send it up. Blocked in front by Meg Fontaine. Over to Molly on the Barbarians. And back and forth we go. Carlos now. Centering pass. Takes a shot actually. It's loose in front of the net. And they're able to escape that one. 2-0 here, still in favor of the Barbarians in red. 3 minutes left to go in the first period. We play 4 here in the MDHL. Cross Todd Elling over to Brian Slasky. Back to Todd. Todd now spins around. Looks. Takes a shot in front. Molly's there. And Jason Boyd gets a poke check in front of the net. Loose again. It's Todd again, but it goes wide. Behind the net. Rich battles here with Brian Keefe, who's without a stick now, playing soccer with it. Looks like we'll have a penalty. It's going to be slashing on Rich. So it'll be a power play here for the Barbarians with just over 2 minutes to go here in the first period. And that's exactly what it is. Rich for the slash. It did get a little aggressive there. The stick did fall out of his hands, most likely due to the slash. And the Barbarians will go on the power play. 1 minute 50 seconds left to play here in the first period. Clock still continues to run, even though it is the playoffs. That's the way it is here in DCHL, MDHL. Barb looking for Blake behind the net. Jason backhands it, can't get it out of the zone. It's Greg, takes a snapshot in front of the net, swallowed up by Jason Boyd, who makes the glove save. Face off to come, glove side. Won by Greg himself, but he can't handle it any farther. And it's sent long via ice, but it's played by the goalie. No icing there, they're short-handed. Blake now taking his time. Decides to take it himself. That is not our whistle, our buzzer. Soccer field shot goes wide of the net once more. Played in front, but stick checked out by Jason Boyd. Barb to Greg. Over to Blake. Looking back to Greg, but Greg's not there. Marty will go up to Tway, but Tway's able to get it out. And the penalty killing continues. Jason Maxine up to Blake. Ball takes a funny hop and turned over, where the Dark Knights look to just kill it. Seconds left to play here in the first period. 2-0 is still the score. It's sent out of the zone. Last 10 seconds here. Jason Maxstein looks to take the shot. Deflected in front by Marty. No high stick call. And that'll be the end of the first period. We'll get shots for you in just a second. But for now, it is 2-0 in favor of the Barbarians in red. Could be worse, but Jason Boyd stepped up, making an amazing glove save.
14 seconds. Penalty expires 11:46.
Here are the shots for you.
14 seconds
Wait for referee Suds.
Shots on goal were 11-3 Barbarians.
11-3 Barbarians. You heard it yourself. We're going to take a quick break here, and we will return for the second period of 4 of MDHL Championship action. Welcome back to championship game action here at the MDHL between the Barbarians in red and the Dark Knights in black. We just finished one exciting period of play. The Barbarians were able to go up 2-0 from goals by Blake and by Todd. We'll start the period here with a power play for the Barbarians. 14 seconds left to go on that one, so that should end soon. But for now, they'll take the man advantage. Here's the drop. One back, and that should kill off the penalty. Oh, Jeremy cannot handle it. But just can't. She'll send it long. And that should just about be it for the penalty kill. Brian Keefe sends it up to Molly. Molly backhands it across quickly. Jess is there. Jess sends it deep. Little dump and chase, no icing. Taking behind their own net. It's Keefe again. They'll send it in deep. Jeremy's there. Down below, Carlos sneaks around. Nice move. Hits a shot on goal. Swallowed up by Jason Stelter. So the face-off will come on his glove side. To be dropped by Suds. No exciting calls yet for him. I'm sure this game will get more interesting though. Suds doubles as our commissioner and fellow referee, as do myself. Oh, shot in front. Jason Stelter didn't see it, but it's unable to be handled by the Dark Knights. And Jason Laliberti will take the shot. So that goes wide of the net. Molly now sends it in. Jason Laliberti's back there. Seems to be all over the ice tonight. And yes, when I say ice, I do mean floor. Terms are the same for both ice hockey and for ball hockey. At least I'm going to go with that. Pressed up by Carlos over to Joe. Sent in. Brian Slasky will just flash it up. Todd takes a long shot. Goes wide of the net. And he'll stop back there. Jason Laliberti's there to retreat. Fakes out Molly. Decides to go the other way with it with a nifty move there. Move it around. Up to Ariana. Meg's there giving her company. Todd now. Over to Molly. Molly looks for the centering pass. Ariana now. Taken away by Todd. Todd takes a long shot wide of the net. No icing as he's in front. Oh, and Molly just overruns that one there. Had a good opportunity in front of the net. Could have been a costly turnover there. Blake tries to deke around. Goes over to Greg. It's going to be offsides here as Blake jumped the gun. Ball hit a foot and got stopped up. So faceoff will come down below once again. It'll be Tway and Greg. Tway for the Dark Knights in black, and Greg for the Barbarians. One back by the Barbarians. Played up by Marty. Long shot by Tway. Stopped in front easily by Jason Stelter. There are 4 Jasons in the game tonight, 2 on each team. All with Maxstein, Stelter, Laliberti, and Boyd. 2 goalies and 2 defensemen. Played up, long pass to Greg, he can't handle it. Jeremy now, try to send it out. Blake gets a shot, good shot. Barb can't handle it in front, decent chance. If only she were left-handed. Played in front, they need to get it out of there. as the assault continues by the Barbarians, looking to play in front, but Rich is there, good positioning. He's just looking for that slot, played in front, Jeremy's there, and they finally get it out. Marty twisting and turning, should be no ice, and deflects it off his stick. Icing's washed out. Jason up, no high stick. Maxstein. Marty's in front, can't get the pass through. Up to Blake. Blake will take a one-on-one with Jeremy. Looking for somewhere to go. It's nowhere, just sends it down low to Greg. Greg now, it's knocked aside by Rich. Barb looking for the shot, takes the shot, it's blocked aside. And that'll go for an icing. So the face-off will come in the Barbarians' offensive zone. Score still remains 2-0 here with 7.5 minutes left in the second period of MDHL action. If you're just tuning in, this is the championship game between the number 1 seed Barbarians and the number 8 seed. There's a goal scored by Blake. Excuse me, I'm going to have to be interrupted by that. And Blake scores his second of the night, I believe.
Blake from Greg.
Blake from Greg's the call, and that is Blake's second goal of the night. So as I was saying, odd matchup here between the number 1 seed and the last seed here in the Dark Knights. And it's 3-0 here quickly. Still plenty of time left for the Dark Knights to get something going. But their play is definitely going to have to change up a little bit if they want to defend the onslaught that is the Barbarians. Sent in by Carlos. Nifty move there, but just can't get around all 3 guys there. Just now, sends it in deep, looking for Carlos. Carlos is there. Marty can't handle it. Takes the backhanded shot. Just goes high of the net. Awesome chance there. Carlos looks in front. Allison keeps it in. Now to Joe. Joe takes the backhand. Blocked in front. Jess now. Jess keeps it in. Looking good here for the Dark Knights. It's probably been their best go-around this entire game. Should have been offsides, I think, but one referee will be the excuse. Brian Slasky will just dump it back to Jason Maxstein. Brian Keefe. Across. Rich is there. Rich also plays for the Ducks on the Sunday League. Shot by Todd, comes out of the air, baseball bats it, and Jason Boyd will put the stop on there. No high stick call as the blade did not clearly go over his shoulder on the swat. Slasky and Carlos taking the face off. Jason Laliberti gets it out of the zone to neutral ice. Carlos now. Taken away from Brian Keefe. They got a 2-on-2 forming. So he's going to have to deal with the best defenseman on the Dark Knights, that is Jason Laliberti. Jason now plays tic-tac-toe with Carlos, but defended back by Brian Keefe. Over to Meg. Meg will send it in deep. Deflects off of Jess on the Dark Knights. It's offsides. It's going to go all the way back. Deemed intentional by referee Suds. So it'll come on Jason Stelter's glove side. Face off. 4.5 minutes left to play here in the second period. 3-0 is the score in favor of the Barbarians in red. Face off now. Drop. One back by the Barbarians. Meg controls it. Backhands it over to Jeremy. Jeremy looks for the shot. Goes wide of the net. Meg's there to retreat. There's the forehand over to Todd. Todd sends it in. And it's offsides. This side. Oh, the face-off here. Right below us. Not quite the best seat in the house. Nevertheless, a good one. here. Jason will run it down. Should be interference, I think. Yes, that's going to be a good call there as he pinched in on him. The hold, interference, either way was definitely a penalty.
Brian Keith for the hold.
Suds there with the call. Hold on Brian Keith. And it'll be a power play in favor of the Dark Knights. So here's a chance to get right back in this game if they can score here. Just over 3 minutes left to play in the second period. Face off stick side. Dropped in one. Not quite. Not kept in. Jason Maxey almost got a breakaway there. Just couldn't handle it. Coming all the way from his defensive position. It's Greg now. In a little physical. No call though. Suds decides to let him play. This is the championship. And I agree with that no call. Here we go, looking for the shot, and it's Greg. Greg's got a breakaway. Let's see if he can stop him. Breakaway, and makes the move, scores! 4-0 here. And that went away quick on the turnover from the Dark Knights. That's a shorthanded goal. Greg Caprice. We'll get the official call here. Should be unassisted.
Greg, shorthanded, unassisted.
Greg shorthanded, unassisted.
Penalty spot at 101.
And so just when things started to look like they were turning around a little bit in favor of the Dark Knights, playing a bit stronger, they take that blower there. And it is quickly 4-0 here with just under 2 minutes left to play. They're still on the power play, however. Shot goes up, rolls up the shoulder of Jason Stelter, but back down into his glove. No lucky bounce there. And the face-off will come glove side. About 40 seconds left on the penalty. One back. Kept in by Jeremy. Backhand shot by Tway. And not bad allowed. Jeremy takes the shot. Saved in front. Gonna be not a high stick. Tway starts the backhand right in front of the net. Lots of traffic. There is gonna be a high stick. On Blake, yes, correct.
Highlight that one. I want to see it later. It's on me. Blake for the high stick. Blake for the high stick. All right.
Yeah, that was a good call. So yeah, Tway thought, he said Blake. Sam does not travel well here. Was a good call as the stick clearly went up above his head. Tway looked a little shocked as he should be, as he wasn't involved in that. But yes, Blake definitely with a high stick. So it'll be 5-on-3, abbreviated. I'm sorry, still 5-on-4 as the penalty expired. After the confusion. And cleared out by Barb. 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. Rich runs it down. See if they can get another shot off. Over to Joe. Joe plays it back. Carlos will run it down where Jason Maxton's waiting. He'll give a chop at it, and Barb will send it in deep. Nice job. 5 seconds left to play here. 4 seconds. And they'll just let the clock run out. So after 2 periods of play, the score is 4-0 in favor of the Barbarians, who are wearing red. We will get shots on goal for you in just a second. But so far, the Barbarians look strong, and they're playing like the #1 seed.
8-5 Barbarians.
8-5 Barbarians. So we'll step out after a quick message here. We will return with the third period of some MDHL championship game action here on the special presentation broadcast, Channel 21. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kevin Shea. We're here with the third period of MDHL championship action between the Barbarians, who are wearing red, and the Dark Knights in black. Score right now is 4-0, however, in favor of the Barbarians. And right now, the Dark Knights are going to look to get in. We're only halfway through. So we figure the Barbarians could do it to them. They could do it to them, in fact. Be no ties here in the championship game. So we will go to an overtime, if need be, but we're still very far away from that, as the Dark Knights look to put something together here. And so far, the Barbarians are well on their way to a 5th straight championship. Ryan Slasky, go offside, can't handle it. It's allowed a birdie after Carlos. Turned over quickly and sent in deep, where Allison Cheatham will run it down. Takes up herself. Plenty of time. Taken by Joe, one-on-one with Meg. Joe takes the shot, swallowed in front. Another chance, and swallowed up for good there by Jason Stelter, who has been solid here. And he's been perfect in net. Not a lot of quality chances, as seems to be the norm with their very strong defense. And nonetheless, he's done his job. Faceoff will come to his glove side. One back, great shot, and they score! It's 4-1 now. Joe with a shot, one off the faceoff. The call will be Joe from Carlos, but we'll get the official ruling from referee Suds.
It's Joe from Carlos.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it is a 4-1 game. Back in it, it's to make it a 3-goal game with 10.5 minutes left to play in the 3rd period. We do play 4 here, so plenty of time. That's a much needed goal. I believe, no, I'm not sure if that was a power play goal or not. It was, because of the high stick. There we go, Carlos takes another shot, swallowed up, had no angle there, and Jason puts it away. It's another chance, and all of a sudden, the Dark Knights are coming to life. See if they can win it back. This is how they did it last time. Carlos to Joe. Doesn't quite happen the same way this time. Carlos now, looking for a place to go. Over to Jess. Jess is there. That's it in deep. And Brian Keith's there to take it away. They'll dump it in. It's Todd. Jason now, controlled by the Barbarians. Over to Jess. Jess will send it in deep. No icing. Not enough juice in that one. Meg now, up to Molly. Controlled by Carlos. Carlos sticks with it, but over to Molly. And she'll finally get it out to neutral ice. Barbarians and the Dark Knights, excuse me, make a line change. Get some fresh faces out there. Over, that's a shot on net. Backhand, great shot there by Tway. In front now, battling. Keith can't get a handle on it. It's Greg now. Greg, who has one of the Barbarians' 4 goals. Looks up, nice stick lift there by Tway. Offside, no icing. Dark Knights send it up. Over to Tway. Tway walks it in. Looking for a shot, blocked in front by Meg. Blake now. Blake looks for the wrister, takes it. Jason Boyd's there to make the save, goes off deep behind the net. That's Blake. He can be dangerous with the stick handling, but Jason Boyd just elects to swallow that one up and get the restart on his stick side. Always a scary situation when you see that guy in the 0-0 there, Jason Maxstein, when he's out on D. Deadly shot from the point there. They can win it back to him. Watch out for him. Not quite. It's out to him, takes the shot, quick snapshot, blocked in front by a lot of traffic. And Tway is victorious with that one. Blocked in front off his own player's foot. There's Marty up the boards to Rich. Over to Tway. Off sides right now. Barb over to Jeremy. Sends it up to Tway. Tway will just look for a shot. Goes across to Heath. Long shot goes wide. Over to Marty. Ariana can't handle it. And a cross pass to Blake. Blake now stops it back for Jason Maxstein. Jason backhands it up to Blake. Shot back and he'll try it again. This time forehand. Blake takes a long shot. And he will battle with Rich back there. 6:45 to go here in the third period. We do play 4. Just another reminder. The score still remains 4-1 in favor of the Barbarians. Thanks to 2 goals by Blake, 1 from Todd and 1 from Greg. Blake now gets an open shot with Jeremy. Looking for a shot, can't quite get it. Like he might have a penalty, both probably go off. We'll get the official call.
And Richard as well too. It's going to be 5-on-5 replacing Richard and Blake both.
So we'll play 5-on-5 thanks to the ball hockey rules. Getting more playing time at everything rather than going to 4-on-4. 2 unsportsmanlike conducts. And the faceoff will come glove side, as we have a little delay there. Brian Slasky will go up against Carlos. Carlos wins it back to Jeremy. And he's battled by Molly. Can't see much behind that curtain there. But it's one of the few obstacles we do have to deal with here in the MDHL. Still a great venue here. So we play all year round. No inclement weather. Almost a full-size rink. Just about, really. And Barbarians control it in neutral ice. Here we go, it's Joe. Joe will look for a shot. Takes a wide angle and actually keeps it on his stick. Centering pass. And Molly will send it the other way. This will go for an icing. If Allison can run it down, she does so.
Who wants all penalties expired at 3:30? You can swap back at 3:30.
1 minute left on the penalty here. Still 5-on-5 though. 4-1's the score in favor of the Barbarians. And the faceoff will come stick side of Jason Stelter. Here's the drop. 1 back. Almost a decent opportunity there by Jeremy, but Brian Keefe will send it up. It's off. Should be offsides. They're going to let him play. Oh, another shot. Goes high at the net. Todd, another chance to get 2 goals in there. There's Molly right in front of the net, standing in the slot. Puts a great shot on. Deflected in front and goes high at the net. But Todd's there to control it again. Todd corrals the puck. Sends it in front. Too much traffic. The Allison and Meg now battling. We'll see who'll come out of this one. It's Allison. Allison sends it up to Jess. Jess will dump it in deep. No icing. And Brian Keefe will run it down. Keefe now. For a pass, has time. Sends it up. Finds Molly. Molly centering pass to Brian Slasky. Slasky over to Todd. Todd back to Meg. Meg to Molly. Molly to the corner. And Jason Laliberti will take it over for the Dark Knights. Jason now all by himself. He's running up. We got almost 3-on-1. Takes a shot. Bad bounce. And Jason Stelter makes an amazing save over the shoulder. The ball got behind him. He's able to flail around, making a desperation save. He's able to knock that one from going in. We're going to have a trip coming up here. Greg looking for the call. He'll get it anyway. No need to get his panties in a bunch right now. And he can calm down.
Carlos for the trip, down the clear path, not a breakaway, 2-minute penalty.
So Carlos for the trip. Wasn't quite a clear-cut breakaway, so just 2 minutes. And it'll come on Jason's glove side. Face-off won by the Barbarians in front. Brian Keefe now. It's a menacing line here. Over kept in, and Ariana can't get it out. Stays in on the pink line. It does get it out. Excuse me. Played across. Barb's there. Offsides. Meg now. They tag up, and Barb will send it in deep. No penalty there. Incidental contact as Barb is manhandled there on the board. Barb dives. No call though. Greg with a long shot goes wide of the net once more. And it'll be lofted right in front of the net from Barb. Good idea, but just goes a little too far. Greg with a backhand shot over to Brian Keith. Keith takes a shot, got no angle. Hoping for a rebound. No penalty there as Rich bumps in a little bit. And still can't get it out. Finally does get out of the zone. Neutral ice where Barb will corral it. Blake tags up. Blake, stick handling. It's a soccer field whistle. We still have 1 minute to play here in the third period. Not our buzzer. We have 4 arenas here at the Michael & Son Sportsplex. So sometimes the other buzzers do not happen to be ours. Played up. Way looking for a breakaway there, but Meg knocks it aside. Blake now looking for Greg. There. Backhand by Tway. Over to Meg. Jason Laliberti. Not wasting any time here. They know they need to score. There's nothing to lose. If they don't have to clear it on this penalty kill, why do it? 25 seconds left to play here in the third period. Played across. They'll still try to kill it out, though. Not going to do anything stupid here, as they still have quite the deficit to go with only 1 period left to play. Tway now will just send it in deep to neutral ice. Brian Keith looking for one last shot. It's over to Blake. And that'll do it for the third period here of MDHL Championship action. The score after 3 periods is 4-1 in favor of the Barbarians in red. So the Dark Knights do come back a little bit to cut the deficit.
Shots were 8-4 Barbarians.
And shots on goal 8-4 in favor of the Barbarians. But they still have a long way to go. We have 1 more 12-minute period left to play here. It's been an exciting one. And we will tune in just a second after these brief commercial breaks. Welcome back to the 4th and final period, unless we go into overtime here of MDHL Championship action between the Barbarians in red and the Dark Knights in black. I'm Kevin Shea once more. We have an exciting one here. The score is still 4-1 Barbarians. The Dark Knights did answer a little bit, but still need 3 goals at least to push this one forward. And we await the drop, see if the goalies are ready. That's been a good one and a great season nonetheless for both teams, especially the Dark Knights, who really came out of nowhere. 1-7 record regular season and win both playoff games in exciting fashion to take it here to their first ever championship game in the MDHL. Jeremy controls, no call there, as it's just incidental contact. Played across, shot goes wide from Carlos. Jason Maxine's there, but Jess is there in front. Didn't see her, was right in front of the net. Molly will try to pass it out, but Allison's there to keep it in. Jess now takes a shot, goes wide to Heath. And the Barbarians are going to need to get it out. It's on front, great opportunity, should be 4-2, but Jason Stelter in the right place at the right time. Had no chance on that one unless they just happened to shoot it right at him, and that's what they did. Played up by Molly, it's Todd, 2-on-1. Todd now, cross pass over to Glenn Slasky. Slasky in front, but swallowed up by Jason Boyd. So great opportunity there from the Barbarians to try to make it 5-1. Nonetheless, we will remain 4-1 here. We're going to stop the clock here at 10:43 and a roll again. Just goalie adjusting his gear. We do stop the clock for that. We care about our goalies here at the MDHL. And being a goalie myself, I appreciate that. Long shot attempt by Jason Maxstein. He doesn't quite get it off. Jess will send it out deep. Neutral ice. Hardy now. Sent in by Molly. Over to Carlos. Carlos now. Battled in front by Brian. Brian stays inside. Looking for a shot. Cross pass into the corner where Todd will be. Back to Brian. Brian battles around. But Carlos is still there battling him. Takes the long shot and the wrist shot. Back in front, a lot of traffic in front of that net. If they still can't get it out, now it's out. Finally out of the zone. And the Dark Knights will look to pick it up here with under 10 minutes left to play here in regulation. Swatted aside where Jeremy's there. Played across, Jess now looking for a shot, takes the shot, gets on net. Oh, it's a funny bounce, leaves a nice rebound there for Joe, but played it front by Marty, who gets a stick there and disrupts that. Now you can say it however you want, but the Barbarians defense is very strong. That'll go down for an icing. So here's another opportunity. I believe this is how they did it last time for the Dark Knights when they scored their last goal. It came after an icing. We'll actually have a penalty here, illegal icing on Todd. We'll go over the rules once more. If you're up by 2 or more goals in the final period here, which will be the 4th period, and you ice the puck, you get called for a delay of game and illegal icing, actually, which they will serve 2 minutes for. In this case, Todd. Barbarians know that penalty all too well, as it is very rare when they don't have a 2-goal lead here in the 4th period. There's another great opportunity. Oh, Jason Laliberti makes an abnormal mistake there, and Barb's able to disrupt it. Greg now. Play it up. Meg will just dump it in. Greg's still offsides. No, they're going to let him play. Over, good pass to Joe. Can't handle it. Too much mustard. And cleared aside by Brian Keefe. Here's Jason Laliberti. Over its way. Can't handle it. Carried up. Brought in. Into the corner. Ariana now sends it in, but there's Meg. Kept in by Tway. Tries to send it in deep. Joe will battle with Meg. Wins that battle into the slot. Nobody's there. And here's Greg. He's got another breakaway forming. Decides to take the shot and goes wide of the net. Penalty is just winding down here for the Barbarians. Here's Jason. Takes the shot, swallowed up, still loose. And if they ever needed a goal right now to change momentum, I'd say they needed it right now. And the penalty expires, no going there. Still 4-1 here in favor of the Barbarians. However, I don't think they've scored in the second half. So I've actually been outplayed scoring-wise by the Dark Knights here. Controlled by Brian Keefe. They'll lob it in deep. Looking for the speedy Blake. Kept in by Barb. Barb takes a shot. Swallowed up by Jason Boyd, who's had himself quite the night in net. General rule, this goalie is 4 or fewer goals against the Barbarians is a good night. At least that's what I've been telling myself. Barbarians definitely have been suffering just a little bit since losing Corey Denson, their star player, as they were averaging close to 50 shots per game. They're down to about 40 now without him. Sent up by Jason Maxstein, finds Molly. Molly looks for the centering pass. Brian Slasky sends it in deep. There's Jeremy. Jeremy sends it up. 5:25 left to play here in regulation. Sent in deep by Rich. And Marty Vance is there to recover it. Marty sends it up. Rich trying to get something going, makes a nice move. Whips on it though. Passes across, keeps it going. It actually turned out to be quite a good play. Here's Heath, looking for a shot, gets one off and goes wide. Here's Marty. Whacking at it, Jess is there though. Sends it up. And they will have to touch up here as they're offsides. They do so. And they're ready to get started again. Molly doesn't quite pick that one up. Does that one though. Plays it across. Here's Jason. He's got the dangerous shot. Drops it back though. You know, team player there. Goes wide of the net. Jason's there again. Off the mask of Jason Boyd. And no icing on the deflection there. Both teams wanting a line change. Jason Maxine, long pass. Interrupted there by Brian Flasky. And played aside. Here's Brian Keith. Up the side. Across the Molly, good pass. But Tway is there. Tway's had himself quite a good game as he's been involved in just about every play, it seems. Over to Jess. Jess will send it in. Back at the neutral ice, they'll tag up. Here's Jason. Jason and Todd now. Keith gets it over to Tway. Tway looking for the shot. Can't get it off. Here's Todd. And we'll just stay here at neutral ice. No teams can really get in their zone. Finally, Jason Maxine's able to dump it in where Todd's there. Back to Brian Flasky. He'll take a shot. Stick saved by Jason Boyd. 3 minutes left to play in regulation here. Score remains 4-1 in favor of the Barbarians. Here's Barb, the captain of the Barbarians. Over Brian Flasky, blocked in front by Tway. Tway now, pass up to Jason, who's now moved to forward it seems. Back to Barb. Barb, cross pass to Todd. Jason now, the side to Tway. Over to Joe. Todd will tag up, but the pass is just out of his reach. Tway now into Joe to try to dump it in, but always a Barbarian player there. And here's Meg. We'll have to battle with Joe. See how that goes. Joe knocks to the side, but it goes back to Todd. Todd looking for the shot. Bluffs that. Over to Brian Keith. Takes the shot. Blocked in front by Jason. Now off to Joe. Joe doesn't see Carlos there, who was waiting for a rush. Now a shot swallowed up by Jason Stelter. Seems like one of the few saves he's had to make as of late. And the Dark Knights find themselves running out of time here as there's just a minute 45 seconds left to play in regulation, trailing by 3. Jeremy takes a shot, deflected in front, goes high. Play it across. We're going to see if they're going to pull the goalie. Barb falls, incidental contact. Jason takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Alright, now they'll send it in deep. Pull their goalie with 3-0 lead. At that, it seems like we will have the Barbarians once more crowned champions of the MDHL. With just over a minute to play here, it's just a matter of the time running out. Jason now, trying to make it a little closer, see if he can get it done. If he can score right here, pull the goalie, you never know. Seems some crazy things happen. Has a shot right in front of the net, goes high though. Here's Blake, he's got a breakaway here. See what he can do. He's got all the time in the world. Puts it home for the 5-1 lead. And that one really wraps it up here for the Barbarians in red. They will go on to be the 5th-time champion here in the DCHL, MDHL division.
Blake from Jason Maxine.
Call is Blake from Jason Maxine. That'll be the hat trick for Blake, who's been quiet here since the first period, but did score 2 early on. And he'll probably be our #1 star of the game here as he's played a great game. They'll just send it in deep. 10 seconds left to go here. And we're all but done. We'll see here. Sway takes a shot. Good shot, but that'll be it. And the Barbarians are champions once more in the MDHL. So we saw a great one here. Hat trick by Blake. A few goals by Todd, and Greg was in there too. And it was a great one. Nonetheless entertaining. Final score 5-1 in favor of the Barbarians wearing red, as they are now champions for the 5th straight time. Shots on goal, 9-5 Barbarians. And now the handshakes following the game, showing good sportsmanship. So that'll just about do it for MDHL action. I'm Kevin Shea. We had a good one. We'd like to congratulate the Barbarians once more for being champions of the MDHL.
I know we give you no support. You have to do it yourself.
Alright folks, back here with the Season 4 champions just crowned. It's 4 in a row. No one's beat them so far in 4 seasons. It's the Barbarians. Congratulations. Everybody get it. Come on, everybody.
I don't even mean it.
Everybody got any naughty like? Alright, the first time ever with a cup, I took the plates beforehand, so your cup was already on there.
Wait, you already put us on there?
I jumped ahead and got the cups already on it.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes. Season 4 champions this season right here. So you're the first team to get the trophy with your current championship already on.
I've been saying 5 all presentations, so
You know what? Quick story here. I went to the my place for trophy out there. I was doing trophies for the Punk Buddies and everybody else as well too. And there was a new lady working there. I don't know if she's known me. She goes, "Who are the champions?" She goes, I said, "Barbarians, Punk Buddies." She goes, "Oh yeah, good for them." That was her comment. Good for them. So there you go. I didn't even know she didn't know you guys, but apparently she's trying to see you guys win it. But for congratulations. It was probably the hardest one so far here, without a couple of lost moves here and there as well. The first time you faced defeat, actually twice a season overall, so that was probably a little bit heartbreaking as well too. But you won the big trophy, the cup again. Any thoughts on this season as opposed to the last 2 previous seasons?
I think it really showed our depth as a team, and you know, everyone out there was trying hard, playing hard all game, and yeah, shows what you can do with good team defense. Everyone, all forwards, and everyone playing solid D and coming back and helping out. So it's a team effort.
For Corey?
He got the first 3.
We were a little shell-shocked after Corey's departure, and we all had to find our niche again and pick up where what we lost with him. But once we found our scoring touch again and got a little puck rock, everything turned around.
That's a good point. I thought Jason, I give Jason a little bit of help because I think he's a great player, but sometimes he makes some of these plays and I'm like, why are you doing that? But this time around, Jason, some great plays on defense, did not panic, did not ice the ball, found the open guys, found the open lanes, and kept the game going. So Jason stepped up and played better this season in terms of playing smarter hockey. So that's a big dot play. Blake obviously stepped up and scored more goals this time around. So Blake is the Conn Smythe winner. Congratulations to Blake, he's the Conn Smythe winner as well.
With the hat trick.
There you go. Now we have 3 weeks off. Season number 5 is going to be starting in December. Can you go 5 in a row? Puck Buddies. You got 5 already? You got 5, so you're going to match the Puck Buddies here. You're going to get 5 in a row now. It's getting tougher and tougher though. Yeah. My job is to make your life tough. I'm going to do that for you next season as well too. So I'll make sure you guys go through the gauntlet again, but can you get 5 in a row? Will you go on record saying that you'll do 5 teams? Of course.
Yeah, we'll do it.
There you go. You have it. Some material for the other teams. He just guaranteed 5 Pete out there. Stingrays, Dark Knights, Puck Dynasty, and of course Blade Runners, and one more team, Blue Steel. They're all going to gun for you next season as well too. Thank you. Have a great holiday. We'll see you back here on December 3rd for the next season. Thank you so much.
let's hear one for the camera.
There you go.
Yeah.